It's your girl Jessica. I make magic whenever I lay my hands on yarn. I'm the baddest fiber artist, I'm incredible arts. I draw with yarns and hooks, crochet queen, call me a hooker. I make magic whenever I touch a hook on a yarn. I'm the magic maker, wizard with yarn and hooks. Fiber magician, move gently but my art speaks louder. Crochet queen, call me fiber magician. All I see is yarn and my crochet hook. You ain't never seen art so wearable. You ain't never seen slow fashion that speaks so loud. Hooked by Jessica. All I see is yarn and my crochet hook. You ain't never seen art so wearable. You ain't never seen slow fashion that's so loud. Hooked by Jessica. Crochet is a safe heaven for me. Yarn is my therapy and I can't help myself. It is therapeutic, it is not just a hobby. It is the peace and healing that comes within. Start creating and stop procrastinating. Start strong every day, the future is now. All I see is yarn and my crochet hook. You ain't never seen art.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for choosing this channel. With the thumbnail, you know the tutorial we are doing today. So today we're going to work on that viral top. It's called Kelia top. We're going to make step by step on how to achieve this particular top. So for this top, all you need is your yarn. I'm using milk cotton yarn, your tape measure, your stitch markers. We're going to use 4mm crochet hook and your yarn cutter. I'm going to be using this as my yarn cutter. So without further ado, let's dive into the tutorial. You're going to take your measurements. Let me use this as an illustration. You're going to take your shoulder measurements, not the bust, but the shoulder measurements. You are going to measure here. Measure your shoulder right around. When you measure your shoulder, you divide it into two. Whatever you get, divide it into two. My shoulder is 46. So when I divide it into two, it will be 23. So 23 plus, depending on how long you want the sleeve to be, you can add additional 10 inches, 12 inches, or 14 inches. That means 10 is 5 this side and 5 this side on the sleeves. Or you go for 6 this side, 6 this side, which is 12 inches, or 7 this side, 7 this side, which is 14 inches, depending on how long you want the sleeves to be. So I'm going to go for 6 inches. So 23, which is the half of my shoulder measurement, plus 6 this side, 6 this side, which is 12. So when you add 23 to 12, you will have 35. So I'm going to work a chain that is 35 inches long, and I'll come back to meet you. So go ahead and do yours. I now have my chain, yarn over, skip 1, 2 into the third one, go in there with half double crochet. You yarn over into the next, half double crochet, work half double crochet till you get to the end. I'll come back to meet you. I'm at the end of the row. Chain 1 and turn your work. When you turn your work, you yarn over. We have back and front loop, which is here and here. So what you are going to do, you work your first half double crochet on the back loop, you yarn over again and work on the next one in front loop like this. You yarn over. When you work on the back one, you yarn over and work on the front one. So you'll be alternating back and front loop till you get to the end. I'm at the end of the row, and this is the last stitch. And the last stitch I did was back loop, so we're going to work front loop on this one. After that, you chain 1 and turn. Because the last stitch is front loop, when you turn, you are going to start from the back loop. But if you end with back loop, when you turn, you will start from the front loop. That is how it works. If you end with back loop, you are going to start with front loop. If you end with front loop, you are going to start with back loop. Keep working like this, back and forth, till you have the length of your shoulder to your underbust, and you will come back for us to work the down part. I'm back, and this is what I have. I have worked from my shoulder to my underbust, my shoulder, which is here, to my underbust. So the length from here to here is from my shoulder to my underbust. So right now what we're going to do, we're going to measure right round our underbust or your stomach, anywhere you are comfortable. Just make sure you have right round measurements. So use your tape, measure right round your underbust and divide it into two. So when you measure and divide it into two, depending on how tight you want it to be under your bust, the same with your stomach. So whatever you are getting from your underbust to where the top is going to stop is what you need to measure right now. So from here, I will attach the picture of from where to where I mean. So we're going to measure that place. Once we measure right around our underbust or our stomach, we're going to divide it into two. My own is 34. So because my own is 34, I'll divide it into two and I will have 17, 17. So that is how tight and what I want it to be. I want it to hug my underbust very well for a perfect fitting. So what I'm going to do right now is to fold this into two and find the middle, or you can count your stitches and find the middle. Like I did 150 stitches, so I can easily make it 75, so which is half of the 150. As you can see where my stitch marker is right now. So when you get to your middle part, which is where my stitch marker is, just make sure you get the middle of the piece with your stitch marker. After that, count out the number of stitches that is equivalent to your underbust when you divide it into two. And whatever that is left behind here, make sure the amount of stitches you have here is the amount of stitches you have on this part too. So for you to do this, all you need is to get your underbust measurement. When you get your underbust measurement, divide it into two. Mine is 34. When you divide it into two, you have 17. So I'm going to measure out 17 from the middle of this piece. Now let me show you how we're going to continue working. So this is the middle. What I did is after measuring my underbust, and like I said, is 34. So that 34 divided by 2 is 17 inches. So I measured 17 inches and stretch it a little bit to make sure it will not be saggy. So it will be tight enough and hug my tummy the way I want it to be. So after measuring it, I counted the stitches. So from the middle here, this is the middle of the stitch. So the counting of this side we start from here, while the counting of this side we start from this stitch. That is why I put this stitch marker at the middle. So this from here to the next stitch marker is 30 stitches, and from here to next stitch marker is 30 stitches. From my own, I don't know your own, so you have to measure yours to do that. Just make sure that the number of stitches you have here after that middle is the number of stitches you have here. You might measure it, and while counting, you will find out that this side is 12 and this side is 10 or 11. So what you're going to do is to balance it. You can count it 12 this side, 12 this side, or you can leave it 11 this side and reduce the side that is more to the same 11, or anyhow you want to do it. But this is the way to get it accurately. So and also confirm that the number of stitches you have from here to the end after the stitch marker is the number of stitches you have from here to the end after the stitch marker. So let's go into how we are going to attach our yarn. Because this side is the front side, I'm going to turn it this way, just as usual, because we ended here. Because we ended here, when I'm attaching my yarn, I'm going to flip my work this way and attach here. So we can work back and forth till we get the length we want for our dam part. The length of that dam part depends on you. If you want it to be short, if you want it to be on top of your belly button, if you want it to be under your stomach, if you want it to be longer, any way you want it to be is up to you. You can even work it as a gun. You can work it till it gets to your knee, anyhow you want it. But I'm going to work my own to stop on my belly button. So it is up to you. Now let's go to how to attach our yarn. Because I'm here, if you look carefully, this was the front one. This was in front loop, while the one I'm on is the back loop, which is this one. This one is on top and this one is under. The one that is under is the one we did on the back loop, and this one on top is the one we did on the front loop. So when you are working and when you want to attach, just confirm the stitch you're attaching. This is on top and this is under. And remember what I told you, you are going to work back loop on the front loop and the front loop on the back loop. That is how to get this texture. So what you're going to do, because here is the front one and this is the back, which is where my stitch marker is, because it's under, I'm going to start this stitch with front loop half double crochet. If yours fall on this front loop, start with the back loop. But if yours fall on this back loop, start with the front loop, just like me. So you can remove your stitch marker or you can leave it there. First of all, because it's the beginning, I'm going to pass through both of them and secure my yarn. Then after that, I will yarn over, go into the front loop of that stitch, go into the front loop, pull up and half double crochet. After that, you yarn over onto the next one, which is front loop. I'm going to work back loop. So this is how it works. Continue as usual. You work front loop, you work back loop. I just hope you can see this because I'm not using my light. My light is out of reach, but I still have to do this video. So I'm just managing the light I have with me. So I'm sorry about that. I just hope you can see this. So keep going back and forth, work front loop on the back loop and back loop on the front loop. When you get to the end, if you end with back loop, start with front loop. If you end with front loop, start with back loop. If you end with back loop, start with front loop. After chaining one, you turn. Keep going like that, back and forth. I don't want this tutorial to be long. I want it to be short and simple. So I just hope you're understanding what I'm saying. We work like this till you get to the end where we have our stitch marker. When you get to the end, if you end with front loop, start with chain one, turn and start with back loop. If you end with back loop, chain one, turn and start with the front loop. This is the way you are going to be working it back and forth till you have your desired length. I'll go ahead and keep working it this way so I have my desired length, and I'll come back to show you because I don't want to waste much of your time. But in case you don't understand any of this, you can leave comments under my comment and I will attend to you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, share, and tell your friends about my channel and help us to grow. Watch ads, don't skip ads please. It's helping this channel to grow and earn a little money. And thank you for always being here. I'll be back when I have my desired length. Are you seeing it? If you look here now, you will not notice the joining and the stitches didn't change texture. But if you made that mistake of not knowing where to add and start working front loop on front loop, back loop on back loop, this texture will change. Well, because I have devised a way and show you how to go about and maintain the back loop on front loop and front loop on back loop, That is why the texture still look nice, like we didn't join. So go ahead and don't forget that. It's very important. I'm back, and this is what I have. I have this piece that looks like tea. Don't mind how small this place is because it's stretchy, and beside I want it to hold my tummy very well. So I know what I did. So go ahead, and this is the length I want the under to be. From here to under, from my underbust to the belly button, I did 8 inches. So I have 8 inches, and if you stretch it a little bit, you will get to 9 inches, which maybe after blocking, I will have like 9 inches, which doesn't matter. It's still good. So it still get to where I want it to be. So this is what I have. So I'll go ahead and do the second one. Do the second one exactly this way. You can go back from where we started and redo the same piece again. And after that, I will come back for us to sew them together to form our top. So it's that simple. Go ahead, make another one. When you are done with the second one, you come back for us to assemble it. I'm back, and I have 2 pieces that look identical. So this is what I have. I still have my yarn in one of those pieces. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip it the wrong side, which is where I am right now. This is the front side. You can tell from here. And also I make sure I ended my piece on the front side, which is the right side. So I make sure I ended this piece where I have my right side from the row 1. That is where I ended. So right now I have flipped my work the wrong side, making sure that the 2 front sides are facing each other. This is the back and this is the back. So the 2 fronts are facing each other. So once you do it that way, I still have my yarn here. I'm going to hold it together and work single crochet right round till I get to this end. Just make sure you're working it in the right stitch. Hold it together. Put your hook on the other part of the piece, not the side I have my yarn, but you can still cut it off and start whichever way you want. You can still cut it off, attach it here. Just make sure that the 2 wrong sides are facing out. You put your yarn anywhere you want and secure it. Work single crochet from here to the damp part, and you come to this side and do the same thing. Attach your yarn, work single crochet. Do that on the wrong side, please. Work single crochet from here to the end here. Then after that I have mapped out how I want my shoulder space on the neck side to be. I want it to be this wide because it's off shoulder. Because it's off shoulder, I have 14 inches, but it's not actually 14 inches because it's stretchy. So when you stretch it, I have like 16 to 17 inches. So make sure you map out how you want your shoulder to be, because it will be off shoulder. So I can drag it to one end to the other the way I want to style it. So once you get that, make sure the number of stitches you have from here to here is still the number of stitches you have from here to the end. So it will be equal. Then you stitch from that stitch marker to the end, working on the both piece, and do the same here. You work from here to the end. After stitching it, that will be the end of our top. You can go ahead and rock your top. And shout out to the creator of this top, which is a Modella, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Her name is Modella on TikTok. So she's the original creator of this piece. So shout out to her. So go ahead, work from here to the end here. do the same on this part. This is the side of your stomach to your underarm to your undersleeve. This is your shoulder, and this is also your shoulder. So go ahead, stitch these 4 parts, which is here, 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 and here. So after that, this top will be completed. You will come back. I will just sew in all my ends, and I'll come back to show you what I have. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to attach it with single crochet. So like I said before, I'll just insert my hook here on the first stitch because I still have my yarn here. I'm going to hold the yarn and pull it through, make a chain, then go into that space again, go into the back one and do single crochet right there. You can go ahead with your single crochet or slip stitch, anyone you are comfortable. And I'll now go in between this stitch. This is half double crochet, so I'll go in between that stitch like this. I'll go to the one at the back, which is half double crochet. I'll go, and this is one stitch, so I'll go in between, go through and do my single crochet into the next, just like that. Go to the back, go through. If you don't want to do single crochet, you can do slip stitch anyhow you want it. So work like that till you get to the end, and I'll come back when I finish stitching these 4 parts to show you what I have. I'm back. I have sewed all the ends, and this is what I have. And I have done with the shoulder part too. I have sewed both the sides, and this is the neck, which is an off shoulder. So this is what I have, and this is the down part. Because it's wide, it can't fit into the frame, so I'll go ahead. I will either style it on myself or on my mannequin, and I will show you what it looks like. So if you make it to this stage, you have completed your own top. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and see you in my next one. Don't forget to like, share. Bye.
It's a girl, Jessica. I make your boy weak like a baby with a pacifier. I'm spitting blue fire, spitting